All right, hey guys, Jason here. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to cover how many bows do you need. If you're going to be a traditional bow hunter, you're going to do this stuff. How many bows should you have? There are plenty of guys out there that there's guys out there that'll have over 100 bows. There'll be people out there that are, well, myself included, it's more of a one bow person. I only really shoot one bow. There was a time where I would rotate bows each year. And shoot them for a whole year. Next season, change to a different bow. Next season, change to another bow. But currently, I'm a one bow kind of person. Been that way for about the last 5 or 6 years, where I only shoot one bow nonstop. But that doesn't mean I don't have more bows. Okay, so we're going to dive into this and cover it overall, cover the whole gamut of all this stuff. So first of all, the thing about shooting multiple bows regularly, and there's people that do that. They'll come out there, they'll bring one bow one day, the next bow they bring another bow, or another bow the next day. Next time you see them a week later, they're hunting with a different bow. I am not one that can do that. If you can, more power to you. My attitude has always been, and the way I feel is that I need to shoot the same bow all the time because my mind is calculated to that bow. We don't have sight pins. It's not like a compound. Things are different. So I want my bow to be dialed in to what my mind is dialed into so that they work in unison and everything is butter smooth and comes in together. So for me, it's important to shoot one bow nonstop. Now, when I said I would rotate bows each year, remember I also had clone bows. They were always the same. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there are people that can switch bows regularly. I'm not one of them. For me, I'd much rather shoot the same bow nonstop and let those always get better with the same math calculations happening in here. So for me, that's kind of my attitude and what works best for me. Your mileage may vary. Clone bows, since I do feel that way, okay, there's two reasons for clone bows and why clone bows are so important to me. For like most of you guys know that one of my other Northern Miss Classic bows snapped, it broke, it delaminated on the backside back here. Right back here came apart on it and probably my own fault, like I said, falling on the bow enough. But anyway, it came apart, and I have two other bows coming from Steve. I'm on a list. They're going to be coming pretty soon. Those two bows are exactly identical. They are being built together. They're going to be the same weight. They're going to be the same everything. They're going to be made the same way, same set, same everything. There'll be some different woods in there, whatever Steve picks, but they will be two clone bows. These two bows right here are two identical clone bows. Okay, both of these bows right here are the same weight, the same 64-inch length, same 57 pounds at my 26-inch draw. They are basically identical bows. Same exact grip. As a matter of fact, the one that did break, I gave it to Steve so he could use a micrometer and make sure that it matches these two grips perfectly. Because these two grips that are on here are what I want to match, again, with those new bows so that all four of my classics, and this one, that one, and those two coming, all match as far as the grip weight. Those two will be a couple pounds lighter than these two, but point being, I like having at least two of the same bow. The other reason for that is arrows. Arrows cost way more than your bows do. People may not understand that, but especially when you're shooting quite a bit, the cost of arrows quickly outweighs the cost of your bow. If you were to take your 5-year expenses on arrows versus the 5-year expenses you spread your bow payment or what you paid for a bow over 5 years, the arrows blow the doors off of the cost of the bow. So the arrows are a bigger problem cost-wise. So I would rather have my bows be the same so that they all shoot the same arrow. These two new bows I got coming in, based on what I got here going on, I will be able to shoot the same arrows out of it. If I have to make a slight adjustment to a tip weight or an insert weight or something like that to adjust it, maybe a little bit, I'm going to be fine. But since I am at a 720 grain arrow, I don't think those couple pounds are going to make any difference that I'm going to notice. So I think we'll be good. But it's important that we understand that. So for me, that's the reason to having clone bows. The other one for clone bows, when I leave for my trips, I'm taking two bows with me. These two bows go with me, okay? This one will go, and this one will go. They'll both be in my bow tube. These will go everywhere I go, do whatever I do on my trip, and they're there. If something happens to this one, I then have that one as well that I can use if something goes down or breaks or something happens to one of these. So having two is great. By making them clones, They shoot the same exact arrows. They take the same exact bowstring. They take the same everything. I can shoot one versus the other and not skip a beat. All the math in my head that goes along with my shooting style, they're all still in sync. Everything is identical. I don't even have to worry about it. I literally, if something were to go down, like when that bow snapped on me, the very next day I was out there with this one and it made a perfect shot on a hog. Okay, so it's like I said, and it's that easy. It's just smooth as silk, simple and easy to do. So clone bows, in my opinion, are very important. Now, how many should you have if you're starting out? What should you do? I recommend, I think 2 bows are mandatory. 2 bows are important, and it is because of the fact that accidents do happen. Like I said, I believe I broke my bow because of falling on it so many times. I'm always tripping over cypress knees. You're going down and you're wham, slamming your bow down. It's hitting weird things, and I think I did it, is what I think happened to it. Plus, it landed in a weird place that would never naturally happen. But anything can happen. You can slam it in a car door, forget it on top of the truck, drive away. Who knows? But something can happen to your bow at any given time, or it could just come apart. Like I said, even bows made by the best bowyers in the world sometimes can just come apart because of bad product or whatever it was, or something in the glue, or who knows what. It just can happen. Being able to have another bow with you is more important. My advice is, and now this may sound weird, but I think it's more important if you don't have the money to buy 2 custom bows. I think you're better off buying 2 like Black Hunters or 2 Samick Sages rather than buying 1 expensive bow. I think it's more important to have 2 bows. Okay, that's my thought. Or have the Samick Sage and put 2 sets of limbs on it. But I have heard of risers cracking before too. Things like that happen. So you got to kind of weigh that. But in my opinion, however you work it, or you buy yourself, you're getting into this for the first time, and you buy a Samick Sage or a Black Hunter or something like that. You shoot it, you like it, you're getting used to it, everything is good. Then you buy your first custom bow. Okay, that's okay, because you still have a backup bow. Save a dozen arrows for that Black Hunter and have it set up and ready to go, and you're good, and then bring it with you. But when you go on your out-of-state trips or your hunting trips, now you got to bring 2 sets of arrows. You got to bring 2 bows. You got to, this kind of thing. That's why I like clone bows. But the key thing is that you have at least 2. Okay, 2 is a magic number. 3 I prefer. Like right now, or up until for the last 4 or 5 years, I had 3 classics. This one right here, which is the first classic I ever got from Steve, was this one. This was the second classic I ever got from Steve. And then I had my third one. And when I got that third one, I said, you know what? This is one of my favorites. I like the way it looks. I'm going to just keep shooting it nonstop, no more rotating. And that's what I did. So I had 3. Having 3 for me is that sweet spot. Okay, 1 is none, 2 is 1, 3 is good. Okay, that's kind of the way I've always looked at it. Right now, I'm feeling a little edgy. Now, I got other bows. I still have another Northern Mist Baraga in there. I still got my Martin recurve. I still got a Jim Reynolds longbow in there. I mean, I still got like 4 other bows that I can shoot. So I'm not out of bows and not going to be able to not hunt. But I'm feeling a little queasy knowing I only have 2 classics, 2 hill style, which I love, 2 bows that are exactly what I shoot right now. Feeling a little queasy knowing I only have 2. I want that other ones here so that I feel better. Even if I'm not going to shoot them right away, I want that feel good. So in my opinion, me personally, 3 bows minimum. That's where I'm at. That's how I feel. I want 3 minimum. Because if something goes down, especially if you're shooting custom bows, it might take 6 months, 8 months, 2 years before you get a replacement. If I only have 2 custom bows like these 2, if I only had these 2 and something were to happen and this one breaks and this is the only one I got, then I'm shooting this bow and it could be a year or 2 before, if I wasn't already on a list with Steve, before I get another replacement. So for me, because of that and how busy all these bowyers are and stuff, in my opinion, 3 bows mandatory. That's mine. Because then if one does go down, I got the next one in line. And I also have a backup to it to still keep me going. And I can wait that little bit of time for that third one to be built without any fear. Even though I'm getting a little, like I said, I want them here. But point being, 1, not so good. You're going to want more than 1. Especially if you start hunting out of town or start hunting out of places, things like that. 2 is good. 3 is better. That's my attitude. So questions, comments, anything you got, put them down below. Thanks for watching.